Hi, hello everybody. Welcome to my podcast. This is something new for me, so that makes it very awkward to sit here in front of the camera and talk to you guys. But anyway, this whole video is going to be a struggle of me fighting the cringe. So please be understanding and be kind, please, because this is not my first time doing it, obviously, because there are some videos on my channel, but this is the first time I'm doing this in English. And the reason I decided to do it in English is not my first language, is because, well, what's the reason actually? Okay, one reason is because I don't have many opportunities to speak English here in Poland. I study in Polish. All my friends are Polish. Well, all my friends I have contact with on a daily basis are Polish. We talk in Polish. We put some phrases in English because it's sometimes easier to express something. But yeah, I mainly use Polish, and I don't like the fact that I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm not forgetting how to speak English, or I don't forget the language, but I kind of need some, I don't know, practice, I need to get used to it again, because I used to speak very well when I was in high school, and it was really easy for me because I was still learning and I had many opportunities, many classes and extracurriculars to speak English. But now I'm studying. I don't have that many opportunities to speak English. So yeah, that's one of the reasons. Another one is that I would like to reach some larger audience. Well, this is not gonna be easy. I want to reach a larger amount of people. Wait, let me check. Larger audience, exactly what I had in mind. So yeah, I would like to reach the larger audience. What she said. So today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about birthdays. And I know for a lot of people, I was one of those people, birthdays are not their favorite day of the year or their favorite occasion to celebrate, I guess. And I know that a lot of people are actually kind of struggling to celebrate. Well, not struggling, but it's difficult to celebrate birthdays, and a lot of people just kind of choose not to do that due to, well, different reasons. I can tell you what my reasons were. Because when I was a child, I used to have these birthday parties that were very nice, very sweet, and I got to invite all of my friends and get all the presents from them. Well, not that it's important, but I specifically remember one present I got in I don't know, it was primary school for sure, but I don't know which grade or which year. But I got a DVD of the Pirates of the Caribbean. Caribbean? See, not my first language. Anyway, it became my favorite movie for a very long time. I was super, super into it. I also fell in love with Keira Knightley at that time. So yeah, it was a nice gift, something important for me. After I don't know, I think it started in middle school. Mind you, in middle school, I had some mental health problems, let's say. I mean, who didn't, right? I feel like in our generation, it's really common that you have something, something funky up here. Something funky happens, especially when you hit puberty. So yeah, I wasn't in the best place mentally, and it certainly didn't help with celebrating my birthdays. I had very low self-esteem, and well, it was all pretty intense. Yeah, intense is the right word, because it wasn't all very bad, but when you're 13, 14, 15, 16, and so on, up until I think, I don't know, it ends like when you're 19, I would say. So in Poland, that's all of the middle school and all of the high school. Well, there's no middle school right now because the education system changed. But anyway, so in middle school, due to my mental health problems and my low self-esteem and everything being so intense, it was really hard for me to like get myself to kind of organize and like actually enjoy my birthday. I had a very nice 15 birthday, I think, and it was, or was it 16? It was 16, I think. And we went to a concert, and it was all fine. But it was just a small circle of friends, and I really enjoyed it. Also, I had I had a broken arm. I broke my arm, I think it was actually the day before that birthday and that concert. Did it stop me? No, of course not. We went, it was all fun, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. But after that, I think for like 5 or 6 years, I just chose not to celebrate on my birthday. And it always, I don't know, when the day came, I was always a little bit sad and like not exactly myself. My mood was very low, and I thought it was just that I didn't like birthdays. I mean, it's not that uncommon. Many people don't like their birthdays and don't celebrate them. But I was like, it was not only that I didn't like my birthday, I was also like not happy about the fact that I don't like my birthdays. I always felt like I should do something. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking probably, no, you shouldn't think that way. It's not like you have to do something on your birthday. It's supposed to be your day. You're supposed to have fun the way you want it. And if you don't want a party, that's fine. I mean, sure, I agree. But the thing is, I want a party, okay? And it took me like 5 years to realize I do want to celebrate my birthday. I do want to invite all of my friends from different friend groups, ideally. But then again, my birthday is in January, so that's like middle of the winter. So it's not very easy to find a place I can invite people to, because my apartment is really small. My parents' house, well, it's bigger, but you don't really want a big party in your parents' house. I mean, I did that once, but it was in the summer. Anyway, but also my parents live like far away from, well, it's still Warsaw, but far from the city center, so it's really hard to get there by public transport. So yeah, it's not very practical to make a party there. Also, they live there. I mean, they don't really go anywhere in the middle of January. So yeah, the logistics were kind of also a problem. There's a cat, it's so cute. Anyway, what was I saying? I'm not sure. Okay, the logistics. I mean, the circumstances are not ideal for throwing a party on my birthday. But you know, that's fine. So like, I basically suffered every year on my birthday for 5 years. Well, it's not that I suffered, because always there was someone. Of course, my parents wished me a happy birthday and always made sure that we go out and eat somewhere nice. And like, they got me a present, obviously. And there were always friends that remembered. This one year, my friend made me a video edit of like clips of me, and we don't live in the same city. We didn't actually really hang out that much, so there weren't many clips she could put there. But still, it was so nice. I literally cried when I saw it, and it kind of made it both nicer and worse, because, you know, when you choose not to celebrate your birthday, ideally you just forget that you have birthday, and when somebody wishes you happy birthday, they remind you. But then again, if nobody wishes you happy birthday on your birthday, well, that's something you're gonna notice, right? And that's something you're gonna think about. So that's not really very nice either. And also, the thing I wanted to talk about here is that I feel like, well, there's this image, this idea of how you should act on your birthday and what should happen, that somehow I keep thinking that it's promoted by Disney Channel and this kind of media, and it's the idea of you basically almost forgetting you have birthday and then somebody else reminding you by surprising you, by like organizing a party or like your friends like buying you a gift that's very thoughtful and very nice, and that you shouldn't really, that's the thing, that's the main thing I wanted to underline, I wanted to stress. The media makes you feel bad for wanting to organize your own birthday. And what I mean by that is that it basically makes you think you're selfish and like self-centered if you organize your own birthday and if you care about that actually. Because all these characters in this series and movies and books also, they're like, oh, I didn't even realize it was today. Wow, guys, thank you so much. And the surprise is like, oh, I think, I don't remember the exact scene or who it was, but I'm pretty sure Gossip Girl is a series that would like have something like that. Like, just imagine Serena van der Woodsen saying, oh guys, thank you so much, you shouldn't have, I'm so surprised, I didn't really expect you to do anything. And it's all like, this fancy venue or a table at this fancy restaurant booked, or it's like all of her friends and family are invited to one place, and there's just a very nice like organized party. And yeah, the thing is, it makes you feel bad for wanting to do it yourself. I mean, if you wanted to do it yourself, you basically feel like Blair Waldorf. I'm sorry for the Gossip Girl references, but it's actually perfect. If you organize your birthday by yourself, you're this perfectionist who's like obsessed about herself and wants everything to be perfect, and like you can't really please her, so there's no point in her friends doing the surprise. She has to do it herself. I'm sorry guys, I keep getting really embarrassed when anybody walks past my car. The reason I'm staying in my car right now is that I couldn't make myself do it in my apartment. It's almost like, okay, never mind. We'll go back to that later. So she's a perfectionist. She wants everything to be perfect. She's self-centered. She's obsessed with like having the right everything. I don't know, having it organized the right way. So nobody is gonna do it because they know that ultimately she would want to do it herself. But I feel like that's not really the case. Okay, the thing is, Blair Waldorf would love for someone to throw her a birthday party. I think so. I think a character like her is like, it's almost a curse that she does everything by herself and that she wants everything to be perfect, because everybody else feels like they can't do it as good as her, so they just don't. But another thing is, like, you're not selfish by wanting to have a nice birthday. And that's really all there is. I mean, it's not selfish. You're not self-centered. You're not this crazy perfectionist that nobody can please. You just want to organize your birthday party, and you have every right to do that. And that's something I needed to hear, because I was one of those people that were convinced that if I organize my own birthday, then it's pathetic, because it means that I don't have friends who would do it for me, and they don't care that much about me. Which is not true, obviously not true. And I, like, in my head, I knew that it wasn't true, but I just couldn't help feeling like this. It really took me, again, 5 years or so to, like, convince myself that it's not that way, that I can actually organize my birthday, and that doesn't mean I'm a selfish person, and that doesn't mean I don't have friends that care about me. And if you're in some kind of similar position to the one I'm talking about, just know that you can organize your own birthday party. You can do it yourself. It doesn't mean that you're selfish. It doesn't mean that you don't have friends. It doesn't mean that they don't care about you. It just means that you're choosing to be the friend that you need for yourself. Like, imagine if you still struggle with like the thing I struggled with. Imagine that you're doing it for your best friend, because you are. I mean, you gotta treat yourself almost like another person, if that's the only thing that makes it easier for you to be nice to yourself. So the reason we're in my car right now is that I couldn't really make myself do this in my apartment, because that's a place for, like, relaxing, right? And who am I to disturb that? I mean, I'm relaxed as well right now, but like, this is a mildly stressful situation, and this is something I really wanted to do, but couldn't make myself do it for like a really, really long time. But yeah, actually, I also wanted to tell you about this year, which was the first year I actually let myself do it the way I wanted and enjoy it, and I went a little extra because I made it a whole birthday week, and that man just gave me the most, like, criminal side-eye. Anyway, in the past couple years, I organized my birthday with my best friend. We decided to do it twice, to celebrate twice. I mean, to celebrate together so that it's not that awkward, but to celebrate twice. I mean, on my birthday, we celebrated mine and hers, and on her birthday, we celebrated hers and mine. A couple years before, I also made an attempt to, because of the whole birthday embarrassment thing, I didn't have my 18th birthday, and it's kind of a big thing in Europe, because that's when you basically become an adult, and everybody makes this huge party in high school because you turn 18 in high school, and I didn't have that, and I was kind of, I don't know, I wanted to make up for it. So I think on my 22nd birthday, I actually organized a party, but it was, I justified it by saying that it's my 18th birthday, or was it 21st? I don't know, I don't remember. The thing is, all of that was like me trying to do for myself what I need, but I feel like only this year I succeeded, and it took me like, this whole process and this whole journey of basically convincing myself every year that it's okay to do it myself, and like finding like excuses, It's okay because it's not only your birthday, you're celebrating with your best friend, right? So you celebrate her as well. And another excuse was the 18th birthday. So you're not celebrating your regular birthday, you're celebrating the one that you missed. That was really important. Only this year, it was my 24th, I did it exactly the way I wanted. Okay, so my birthday week started, actually, my birthday was on Monday, but it started on the day before, when we had dinner with my parents, my grandma, and my boyfriend and my sister, and it was really nice. It was at this amazing Italian restaurant that we love. But that's something that's been happening like every year, right? Because my parents always made sure that we go somewhere and eat out. My parents always made sure that we go somewhere on my birthday. But then on the day of my birthday, my boyfriend made this whole, like, of course you surprise your significant other with a present, right? With a gift. But he like organized the whole evening. And we went to a restaurant first. It was a very nice restaurant. And yeah, he got me like a really thoughtful gifts. And also, he made it like this mystery about where we're going and what's gonna happen. And he only told me to be somewhere and not to be late, because I'm always late. So he told me to be somewhere and just to show up. And everything else was taken care of, which was really nice. Made me feel really nice. And after, we went to another place which was a secret place. At first, I thought that we're going to an escape room or something, because it was like a really mysterious thing, and I had to find the person to say the thing to 3 letters or something like a code, and it was really mysterious, and it was a whole thing. And we went into a building that didn't really look like, well, it turned out to be, how do you say that actually? It turned out it was a theater show. Is that how you say it? It was a play. Anyway, he took me to a theater, but it didn't really look like a theater. The location was a secret, and they told us not to tell anyone where it is. And yeah, it was a really nice surprise. And after that, we went for drinks and for focaccia. And yeah, I think I can say it was my dream birthday, because obviously you're not gonna organize a party on a Monday, but originally I had plans for that day, just in case nobody does anything for me. But not that I didn't expect my boyfriend to do anything. I did, but it's fine if he chose to do this on any other day. But yeah, I had to cancel the other plans because he told me to clear my calendar for that evening. And yeah, so that was Monday. And after that, on a Wednesday, I went out for drinks with my girlfriends to this really nice place that I wouldn't otherwise go to, because it was like a little extra for me. But it was really, really nice. And they got me also the best present I can ever think of. And also, when you don't invite your friends for birthday something, it doesn't have to be a party, it can be just drinks. If you don't do that, I can't say there's no reason to give you a present, but if you do invite somebody, they do something for you as well. Well, actually, I'm not sure I should say that. That's not really nice. It's like I expected a present. I didn't. It was really enough that they came and that they spent time with me. And it was really nice. And the place was awesome. And the drinks were great. The food was great. And it was perfect. So yeah, that was Wednesday. And then on Friday, I organized a party for myself. And I'm not selfish. And I'm not self-centered. I have to repeat that to myself. Because, it's a whole process. And it's not like that. I chose to believe it, and I believe it now. No, I have to remind myself. So I organized a party. I made a reservation at this place that I really like, and I invited all of my friends from different friend groups, and it was honestly perfect. I mean, not that I wanted it to be perfect, because I'm not that girl. I'm not Blair Waldorf. I'm not a perfectionist. I'm not obsessed with my birthday. Can you tell how hard it is for me, even now, to just talk about it? Does anybody else struggle with this, or am I the only one? I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. So yeah, it was really nice, and I'm really thankful for the fact that I chose to do this, and for the fact that I came through with it. And I'm really grateful for my family, for my boyfriend, for my girlfriends, and for my friends in general, that they came and just spent time with me and celebrated me. See, it feels so selfish, even when I say it now, celebrating me. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with wanting to celebrate yourself on any occasion, but on your birthday especially. There's nothing wrong with that. And if anybody tells you otherwise, just send them that video. Because I feel like a lot of people who say they don't like their birthdays, I feel like they have the same problem as me. I feel like the hating part comes from being convinced that if you do celebrate it, you're this and this and this and this. You're selfish, you're self-centered, you're, all of those things. So yeah, you should celebrate your birthday. And if anybody tells you otherwise, I'll beat them up. I will. Just tell me who it is. Drop their name in the comments, I will find them. And I will come for them. What else? I don't really have a name for that podcast. I have one thing in mind, and I feel like it's gonna stay that way. I mean, the name is gonna stay. But yeah, I don't want to spoil it in case I change my mind or anything. So I'm not gonna say it just yet. Also, the reason I'm doing it like this, I mean in my car, the reason is that my apartment is really small and there is a lot of places in the apartment that I could do this. But like, it's easier for me to actually do it if I go out of my house. When I'm home, I'm not really motivated to do anything. I'm only motivated when I change like the environment. I have to get out of my house, go somewhere. Obviously I can do this in a coffee shop. Also, it's too cold outside to do it outside. Also, that would be even more embarrassing than sitting in my car and talking to myself. But maybe one day we're gonna do this. I'm not sure. Probably not. What is it with birthdays? So yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you feel the same way, if you struggle with celebrating your birthday. I love you very much, and see you next time. Hopefully this will be a regular thing. But yeah, I can't really promise anything. Sorry. Bye!